What is up, YouTube? That's here today. I'm back playing some more Pokemon VGC Reg Wi-Fi battles. Today we're busting out a team that has Zacian and Steely Spirit Perrserker. We're also rocking a Steel Terra Zacian, so we can go for the biggest behemoth blade the world has ever seen. Steely Spirit on the Perrserker is going to boost the power of all Steel type moves, both it and its teammates, by 1.5. So we're doing massive damage here. We also have a little bit of Ho-Oh because I feel like Ho-Oh and Zacian actually go really well together. I don't know why people don't use them. I know you lose your Intrepid Sword Boost when you pivot out Zacian, but Ho-Oh is such a good defensive pivot for it, and we have all the tools to like play a little bit of a longer game with Ho-Oh if we need to. The rest of this team is a little bit weird. We have like Imposter Ditto with Normal Terra, really good into like Lunala and Shadow Rider, being able to copy them and then flip on the Normal Terra to block the incoming Ghost attack. We have a Pawmot here, who I think is really, really good when paired with Ho-Oh, because we are able to pivot out and basically lock Miraidon out of just like ripping electric moves left and right. I think Revival Blessing into a lot of these monsters is good. Revival Blessing into Ditto's good. Revival Blessing into Zacian's usable. Revival Blessing into Ho-Oh, who actually at level 50 will have an even number of health, so it can activate Citrus Berry and go up to like 75%. That's actually really, really good. It gives Ho-Oh like a whole other chance to like win out and 1v1 things in the late game, and just generally like a fast fake out user is just not bad at all. Last mon here is Orthworm, which I think is a really, really weird choice, but I think it's very good here. This team has massive ground weaknesses on the Pawmot, on the Perrserker, on the Zacian, and having like those immunities with like Earth Eater and Volt Absorb, it makes it really hard for like the standard Miraidon cores to like find their way in here. Again, we still have the Zacian too to make it so they can't just rip Dracos into everything. I think it's actually a really, really cool team. If we were to run down the EVs really quick, this is a very, very bulky Orthworm, like a really, really bulky, super chonked out Spadef Orthworm, 2v2 full speed Pawmot because we want to be able to outspeed, all the random base 100s and as well as force Mind Shout to speed tie. Full speed Ditto with HP investment, bulky Perrserker. I really like that you get the Steely Spirit boost to your own moves as well. I think that's so cool. And if we ever go for any Mana Burst, that's awesome. Ho is going to be pretty bulky. This is enough to like KO Rillas with like a high roll Brave Bird if we catch those on the pivot in, and then Zacian's the 2v2 basically cruise control for cool set. Very, very cool set. If you guys like this team and you guys want to support off-meta niche picks on YouTube, like we're using Orthworm, Pawmot, Perrserker, please think about dropping a sub. We're still trying to get to 50k before the end of the year. We'd love to have you along for the ride. We feature a ton of like off-meta weird mons that you normally wouldn't see. Bastiodon, Enamorus, Blood Moon's kind of off-meta right now. You don't really see that often. Riolu. We're featuring a bunch of really weird stuff on the channel. And if you guys like supporting daily VGC content, you want to see more content, you're excited for upcoming Pokemon games like Legends, Zygarde, and Champions, think about dropping a sub on the channel. And without further ado, let's get right into these games. Wish me luck. Here we go. Alright, we have Kyogre, Cali Eye, lots of AoE, and I do not have Wide Guard. And they have Raging Bolt. Okay. I think the way we win this one is actually correctly using Ditto. Like, if I can use Ditto and, like, copy their Cali Eye, that could be really, really nice. So I think what I might do is lead something like Perrserker. Is Perrserker Ditto, right? I can just fake out into their Incin, and then just start lancing. Is that right, though? I need to intimidate that way. Ooh, what if I... Yeah, I see the line. I see the line. So it's Perrserker, Orthworm into Zacian. I like that. That's a much better line. And then I get a Zacian up behind a sub if I go fake out their Incin, Ghost Terra my Orthworm. And if they lead Ogre, I just fake out their Ogre and Shed Tail. I really like that line. And if they start to get like out of control, I think Ditto is a good mon to bring it back. Cool. That's probably the best. Man, I just want to say something, man. Like, my teams... I got Perrserker, I got Pawmot, I got Orthworm. I'm fighting like Incineroar, Ice Rider, Bolt, Coyote. Like, come on, man. This is ridiculous. Like, these people's teams are next level. It's exactly that we said we were going to see. That's the exact order that we said we were going to see it. They basically just started from the top and went Cali and Sin. And so we should be able to fake out here. They should be fake outing the Orthworm. That's what I'm really thinking they're going to do. So the Incin should actually be outspeeding our Perrserker right now, so we do have to Ghost Terra our Orthworm. But this will let us get up a Zacian with a sub, so we're just going to go for a fake out here. If they make the right play and go for the fake out in our Perrserker and Trick Room, we still actually get a Zacian up behind a sub, which is actually really nice. So that's the best shot that we got, I think, in this situation. And then we're going to have the Steely Spirit boosted potential here. And so let's go. Big Orthworms up. Orthworm would outspeed Incin too, so like if you went for something weird, like just like rough wave blitzing, we'd still be able to pass this. Fake out. Oh, I'm fast. Cool. Shed Tail. He is just going for an attack here. Yeah, this is Zacian. Or is it? I kind of wanted to go Kali or Ditto here and get that copy at Kali. Nah, it's definitely Zacian though. And then next turn, like we pivot out Perrserker maybe. I think we might just double the Kali Eye or something. Yeah, we'll see what happens. They can Flare Blitz the Perrserker, like I don't care. Give me my attack boost. Party Shot in that slot, good play. Really, really smart. Like they just, you know, the tech play here in a lot of people's situations, like you never go for the fake out first turn if like you can help it. You know, I had to, right, because my team's a lot worse than theirs. But you always just bluff fake out and click Parting Shot. That's how like a lot of people like to play. They're probably gonna come with a fake out pin here. Good thing is I have a sub Amoonguss. Yeah, their team is so stacked. That is ridiculous how stacked this team is. I think that the right play here is to actually like double the Kali Eye and force Rage Powder. Like, what are they gonna do? We also have a % chance to flinch. Rage Powder, awesome. So this Zacian's actually gonna be doing Steely Spirit boosted damage, boys. Let's go. We are at neutral right now because, you know, the Parting Shot, but dang, that would have been so sick. Ah, never lucky. Is he Citrus too? That'd be such a, like, it's Rocky Element standard. Cool. Okay. So then Sin's going to come back in. It's not going to be able to intimidate the Zacian if my sub is still up. But yeah, then maybe I can pivot out Perrserker for Ditto and get, oh, high horsepower. No Trick Room yet. That works. I'm super fine with that. That could have missed too. That's really greedy. Okay. Yeah, he's going to be able to come in and get an Intimidate. So I'll be at -1. But do I, like, care? Who are you actually targeting? Because I kind of want to go for something into this. Last mon should be Ogre. And you're going to try and Trick Room here and get up Ogre. So that means that we just need to do everything on our power to not let that happen. So that's something like Iron Head here, flinch. And, like, what Terra is this thing? I'm going to try and rip the player up into it, reading Dragon Terra. I know that looks really weird. No, you're just gonna go fake out my Zacian, though. And that's okay. I'm going to try and read Dragon Terra here. Protect. Hey, that's cool. I'm not doing anything with this. You can go protect fake out. I don't care. I'll take a free pivot into, like, Ditto or something. Definitely works for me. They're playing this very, very patiently. They know I need to nuke that thing. Wisp. Good play. Protect Wisp. Wisp, Parting Shot, and Sin. So fake out, Wisp, Parting Shot. Probably knock off, which means he actually doesn't have very good lines into Perrserker. You can Wisp me. That's fine. But, like, we'll see what happens here. All right, so this situation, Zacian's, like, super turned off. Perrserker's at -2. So, like, we have to go for, like, weird flinches. And that's just the line. So we go for an Iron Head there. None of these mons are getting me any favors, so I have to like copy something good. Just gonna try and rip the Behemoth Blade. Maybe they don't Terra. It's the most damage we have at this point in the game. Oh, they're just gonna eat it. This is -1 burned. That's still good damage though. Like, can I get a crit here? If I actually crit here, you die. It goes through those. Because Perrserker gives itself a boost. Yeah, that would have definitely KO'd. High horsepower. Okay, cool. Like, I'm really happy that they're not setting Trick Room. I wonder if that's Scarf Ogre and they're just setting it up for Scarf Ogre. It could definitely be Scarf Ogre. Alright, let's think about what we need to do here. I like the Orthworm. Trying to think. Because, like, Ditto is good, but we need Ditto to copy the right mon here. If Ditto copies the wrong mon, like, if Ditto copies the wrong mon, I think we lose. So we just need to protect for this turn and go for a Behemoth Blade into Kali. And then we'll see what happens. They have knockoff. But let's see how this one goes. Double protect. See, I'm not letting them have it. Not letting them have it. Not today. Not in my house. You're going to go for knockoff into that slot, and I'm going to say no TY, my guy. So we can Shed Tail and go into Incin with a Scarf Ditto. That's so bad into Ogre. And it has to be Ogre in the back, I think. That's the thing that's really important about this board. Like, it has to be Ogre back there. It's fine. I have to do this. And then we'll fodder Orthworm when we send it back out and get to go into, like, Ditto copy their Ogre or something. It's just the only line that I have. Yep. So we get to go Ditto on the left, copy and Sin, give me a fake out. So what I'll be able to do is fake out their Ogre, pivot in one slot, protect, and then, you know, do a couple other things here. But it's really cool. Pass this off thanks to lefties. And we get a Sin in a sub with like an Intimidate up against them. Very, very nice. Ditto the Peckish. Gives me a nice fake out pin into whatever they got going on over there. I might just Parting Shot, honestly. Parting Shot like one of their mons. If they don't have something like Kyogre, they're going to be big sad. So let's think about the right way to do this. Because Ditto needs it to be not on the board right now. There's Kyogre, okay. Alright, so let me think about what I need to do here. The Incense set is what we said. Knock off Parting Shot, fake out. So we can go, we can knock off the Kyogre and just protect Zacian. Lose our sub next turn, lose Zacian, come in with Ditto Cop. Yeah, that's the right play. So you just knock off the Ogre and protect. Lose our sub, and then Ditto comes in. I love to see this. Getting a Terra out here. I want to see if it's double dip, because I want to see if it's Scarfed. Because if it's actually Scarfed and you're eating the knockoff, then I come in and I copy you, like, I'm in a really, really good spot. I really think it's Scarfed Ditto based off of them not Trick Rooming ever. Or Scarf Kyogre, sorry. Okay. There's the Spout. Yeah, I think we can actually, like, win. I definitely think there are shots to win here. But they're so... They're far and in between. I could have also went like fake out attack there that turn, but then I would have been locked into fake out. I don't like being locked into fake out. This knockoff should do a decent chunk. And the fact they're faster than my Ditto, oh, that's so much damage. Cool. That's really good. And it was Choice Scarf. Parting Shot. Zacian protected. Alright, cool. So now all we need to do realistically is just fodder both of our mons. It'd be really cool if Zacian was able to get an attack off, but it's not required. So we're going to pivot in the Orthworm, fodder it. And I think we're just going to close combat here, because the Spout will always be able to KO there. So we're just going to try and stick damage. I guess you do play it because it is a lot more damage. It's about 15 base more. I need the damage, so because I'd like to just click Spout instead of like Thunder or something. I don't even know if they have Thunder. Okay. And I think Kyogre's just going to Spout KO my Zacian for sure. I definitely think... oh, I do outspeed. Cool. And I hit. Nice. Origin Pulse. Okay. Oh, yeah, because though we outspeed, they're not Scarfed anymore. Duh. Alright, so the issue that I'm seeing here is I can KO their Ogre with a Thunder if they have Thunder. And if they don't have Thunder, if they're like triple water Ice Beam, we actually just double Spout that. Right? Or we're going to try. We're going to KO the Incin with the Spout. And then we should soak enough damage to be able to like double tap the Ogre. That's the idea. If they do have Thunder, it might be the right play to honestly just Thunder the Kyogre, force the Incin to knock off me, and then just Opals finish it off. That would be... oh! I sent it in the wrong slot! I just lost the game because of that. I'm such a gamer, guys. It's my first game of the day. That happens. It happens to the best of us, right? If we copy the Kyogre, we won the game. But as it stands, I'm still going to try and play this out. Never lucky, right? That's a misplay, right? I just sent out Ditto and a copy. They're outspeeding. Oh my gosh. I'm so sad about that. I had that game won. I had the game won. I just completely misplayed trying to explain the lines. Ugh. Never lucky. If I would like with these two and just go like fake out Tailwind, I like that. I'll try it. Those two are good. I don't know how I feel about Ditto in this matchup. Ditto might be good. It might not be good. I think that Orthworm is viable into Kali I. I think it's definitely worth talking about. And I really do like Palmot here. I know we need to bring Zacian somewhere, though. Let's do those. And then we're actually going to go with Palmot here. Do I want... Actually, let me think about what I want to do in that situation. Because, like, Palmot might actually just be better there. And then we have those two. I like that more. Yep, because I just need Fake Out turn 1. All I need is Fake Out turn 1. Cool, that works for me. Let's see if this one works. Perrserker's on the bench for this one. I think Perrserker's still a really, really good mon. Like, even though our set's, like, pretty basic, like, I do like Perrserker. It gives... The Steely Spirit boost goes for itself, too, so it deals good damage with the, you know, the Iron Head there. So, Whims, Lando. Love this lead for me. So, I'm just gonna... Do I Tailwind here? I think I just Brave Bird. I think I Brave Bird and just Fake Out Lando. And then you bring him around, and I'm like, I don't really care, though. You get a Tailwind up, that's fine. I could pivot out, too, if I want to just pivot out for Orthworm, but I don't need to do that. Fake Out's fine into Lando. I don't think Lando's going to be, like, Ghost Terror or Cloaked or anything weird. And so we'll let them get a Tailwind. It's okay. And you could say, why aren't you Sacred Firing? I'd rather just guarantee KO the Whims. And you could say, what if it's Sash Whims? You should Sacred Fire. I probably could have Sacred Fire, but if you miss the Sacred Fire, you do lose the game. The game is over. You have lost. I think that's Cloaked. And if, like, for some reason it's not Cloaked, like, I'm not losing that much tempo. I would probably just be able to pivot in the Orthworm for Palmot and stuff like that. Like, this is fine. It makes me take a little bit of recoil, but it's a guaranteed, like, lockup and, like, Cloak Whims, which is completely fine for me. Yep, I'm super okay with that. So Tailwind's up. They could bring in Kali I here, but, like, do I care? Only if they're, like, Fire Terra Kali I would I really care. There's the Miraidon. Awesome. So I want to see what you walk into, my friend. I'm going to flip on a Terra, do a Tailwind on myself. I want to see if they're actually good enough to go, like, Draco or, like, Sludge Bomb into the Ho-Oh. I'm going to play the standard. Reset my Fake Out pin, try and get a Tailwind up, bring in Zacian. I think we got shots here. Orthworm. Worm gang. Let's go. So this is a pretty obvious Grass Terra, I think, but I think that we should be able to soak this damage. And I want to see what the Miraidon walks into. Are you going Gleam? Gleam's not bad. It's bad in a Ho-Oh. Let's see. Electro Drift into the Ho-Oh. Yes, please. Cool. So, what is that? Palmot's going to be value here. And they're probably going to be trying to lock up the Palmot slot since they went for the Electro Drift. This is where Citrus Ho-Oh is so good. Citrus actually was procced there because I put myself in the range from Brave Bird too. Very, very good stuff. And Earth Eater D's. We just got like double resists. Oh, man. And so now the Lando is going to probably go for something into the Ho-Oh. I think that's completely fine. You're probably going to go Rip and Electro Drift into my Orthworm, which means I'm going to get a free pivot into my Palmot and a Fake Out pin. Just trying to think of which one of these is probably better here. I'm going to try and recover out and just hard pivot into Palmot and give me a Fake Out pin. And then I'll be able to, like, Fake Out. Yeah, I love that for us. I don't need to be doing anything weird here. Calyrex. There it is. Fake Out pin into Cali is very nice. And let's see if they even have Sludge Bomb. Like, if you Sludge Bomb my Ho-Oh and, like, kill it, like, that's completely fine with me, too. Alright, let's see it. Saving the Miraidon. I wonder if they make a read there and go for, like, a double Earth Power into that slot. Sludge Bomb's good. It's fine. Alright, so I'm going to Fake Out Kali and pivot in Zacian. And you can Earth Power the Palmot, but Zacian should be able to get in on this Sludge Bomb if you want to go for that. I doubt you're Earth Powering this slot. You can. I can't stop you, bro. And then I have a pin into your Kali. Ooh. He's trying to protect. Protect TR? Go for it, Chief. Double Protect. That works for me. So now both the Protectors are going to be on cooldown. So I got to really think, like, what is the play here? Are you going to go Water Terra Kali? Because, like, I can just double shock the crap out of you, bro. Don't even act like I can't. I definitely can. I need to be respectful of Trick Room. So I think the right play here is to lose Zacian and just full send in versus Cali. That's my thoughts here. Because your Lando can't KO my Zacian and clock my Palmot Sash. That's just how I'm looking at things. I could just get the Lando off the board. I could just full send a player from that direction. You'd be able to pin them right on, pin the Lando. And then, like, if you get Trick Room up, I just lose to Cali if you do that. So I need to be respectful here. Yeah, I just need to be respectful. Here's a Terra. You can only take out one of my Mons, unless, like, Saints here, one now. Is it water? Oh, it's Lando Terra. Oh my gosh, I just got a double KO. Okay, because the Behemoth Blade's going to go into the Cali. And then the Double Shock's going to get redirected to the Lando. I'm going to look like a god. Oh my, oh no, 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 no. Oh no, 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 no. Bruh. Bro, where are you looking? Oh my gosh, that's the stupidest turn of Pokemon I think I've ever seen. That has to be the biggest throw. Bro could have like done nothing and like put his controller down and probably had a better turn. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Wow. And that's going to be game. You can't really hit everything here. If you want to Electro Drift, you can never hit Palma. If you want to Drake, you can never hit Zacian. If you want Dazzling Gleam, you'll never break Zacian. So like, we don't even need to do anything weird. We can just close combat and close this one out. That's funny. We take those wins all the way to the bank. Wow. Palma busted. All right, big Trick Room. I don't think I have a check for the big Trick Room here. Because like you can stop terrains. The best I would have is like Orthworm, right? Because you can honestly just lead into... Actually, I have one out. Perrserker Zacian is the out here. I just pop something really, really hard. And then like maybe I can come in and copy something that's fed a little bit later. It's one of these two here. And I don't think that... You definitely need to bring Entity in this matchup. If you're not, you're throwing. It's Orthworm. Alright, let's try this. Here we go. We're going to try and make this work here. I feel like... Is it just me? I feel like the VGC meta is like really, really boring right now. Like every single team is 50-50 Terras on Cali. That's just, I feel like that's just the meta right now. Like, is the Miraidon Scarf or is it Specs? And then is the Cali like Water Terra, Fire Terra, Dragon Terra, Normal Terra, right? And then you just, there's no way to really check all of it because you also don't know which Cali is like AV either. It just seems like we're in a really weird spot right now. That's the best lead for the situation. We're going to be able to one-shot that Entity with Behemoth Blade and then, oh, okay. Well, we're going to be able to one-shot the Entity with Behemoth Blade and then go for a Steely Spirit Iron Head into the Cali and try and get the flinch. That was our idea. You know, talking about, like, the fun of the game, like, can't even connect to the game. Oh, my gosh. Let's go into another I was going to say, finally something about Cali Eye 50-50s, but, like, that's even more 50-50s because now we have Zoroark. Very, very cool team. I'm a big fan of Zoroark, and let's see if I lose to it here. The good thing is they don't have, like, Fake Out here, and Zoroark can only really copy as Dialga, Ursa, or Ogerpon, so that's actually fine. I think we can full send the Perrserker lead. I think Perrserker lead's still really good. Palmot lead's a little bit safer, because we can Fake Out there and Sin, if we needed to. I don't think we need to do that. Ditto's hard to use, because if Ditto can't copy Zoroark Disguise to something, so that's dicey. I could just lead Ho-Oh and Orthworm here and just let them TR and try and like value it out with like these. I don't dislike that at all. Like I don't need to set up Trick Room. Or sorry, I don't need to stop Trick Room. I don't think there's really a safe way to stop. Oh, where's my camera? It's gone. Camera's gone. Trying our best to be gamers over here. Here we go. Alright, let's see it. Where would Zoroark be? Wolf's Incineroar. Okay, let's see if that's Zoroark. Because honestly, like this board, if it is Incineroar and Zoroark, is like really low power. Now let's see. Because Zoroark can't disguise as Incin unless it's like they ability capped it and went like Blazing Sin. It is that's Zoroark in that left hand in that Incin slot. Awesome. So Zoroark there. I think that we just Sacred Fire. I think you just nuke Dialga in this situation. I'm just gonna shut tail. If you want to pop that, that's fine. I don't need to hit your Zoroark. Like it could be sashed, it could be specs. I don't really care. We have a lot of damage here, and we know they have an Incin in the back. I'm gonna laugh. That's like actually insane. Burning Jealousy is like, I'm trying to make you think that I'm Zoroark. It's sorry, Incineroar because I use a fire move. Nope. Big damage. You're gonna get your Trick Room up, but we're gonna get a Shed Tail off, and getting that burn is very, very nice. There's a Shed Tail, so Trick Room's gonna go up. I'm gonna Weave in a Protect. I might click like a Recover or something. I think we're in a good spot. Ooh, Perrserker in the sub? Sheesh. No, Zacian's fine. Alright. Welcome to the sub club. Let's see it. Trick Room. He's like, ha! I got up to Trick Room. They did not know that I was using the Zoroark. Again, that's completely fine. Dialga does not like this burn dot on it at all. Zacian can protect. Ho-Oh can rip any of these moves if I want. This is the turn that we do this because they're going to see, like, they can stay in and fight if they want, but, like, I don't particularly care. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go for another Sacred Fire into the Dialga. Like, I'm not hurting for anything here. I wonder what kind of Zoroark that is. Because I thought about just using Sacred Fire into the Incin slot to break Disguise, but also, like, if they wanted to pivot out for Cali, that'd be really sad. Dialga goes for EP. Not today, baby. Dialga's slower than Zoroark, obviously. Big damage. That's great. Next turn, it's down. Burning Jealousy. Yeah, Ho-Oh does not care about this, bro. It's hard to play Zoroark. I feel like a lot of the people that splash it on teams, you have to realize you're very limited in your team building because you have to pair it with Restricteds and other mons that don't have abilities that activate upon being sent out. So you can't pair it with stuff like Incin. It just doesn't work. And when, like in the team preview, I said, like, well, if they want to use Zoroark, they can only disguise it as Dialga, Ursa for one turn, or, like, Ogerpon. They can't go as Cali or Incin. So, like, it's better for us if they went Zoroark, which is what happened here. And remember, we wanted to protect Zacian that turn, so we didn't take the damage from Burning Jealousy to get the +1 on the turn that we got sent out. So that was the right play there. I think we're just going to Sacred Fire here, and I think I'm just going to rip the Behemoth Blade into this Incineroar slot. We're going to lose our Sash, but, like, Burning Jealousy won't KO. And then we should be able to get a double KO this turn. Go for a big Protect, wait out the last, like, turn of TR or something like that. Maybe pivot out for Orthworm to get a Regenerator proc, and then, like, we're fine. Oh, we just missed Sacred Fire. Just kidding. We're, like, in a bad spot now. That sucks. That sucks. Very unlucky. And again, no burn because we already got our stat boosts. This might clock. I don't know if they're sashed, right? If they're sashed or something else. Awesome. Sash is good there for us. Cool. Because it lets this, like, bad mon just sit on the board for, like, more turns. Alright, turns on Trick Room are Wearing Thin. I'd love to have seen a Terra here somewhere, but, like, it's fine. Zacian's going to need to protect. 2 turns on TR. I don't ever need to hit that Zoroark. Yep. Just can chill. Don't need to eat our Earth Power. You can make a Reed and go to the Ho. We have Citrus Berry. We're fine. Draco! He dropping him. Cool, now you're weak. Now you can't break the Zacian. See that Citrus Berry value on our Ho-Oh too. Like, oh yeah. I wish I hit that Sacred Fire last round. I even had to have taken this damage, but it's fine. Big damage. Dialga is down for the count. Goodbye, Origin Mon. And what's Zoroark up to? Bitter Malice. They nuked the Ho-Oh. Not bad. Attack drop is unfortunate, but I think we're still fine. And they're going to bring on Cali here for the last turn of TR. They're probably going to rip a high horsepower, so I think I'm going to pivot out my Zacian for Orthworm. And then I'm probably going to double pivot and bring in Perrserker, and then I'm going to fake out Shed Tail, pin back into my Zacian, and just win the game. Oh, it's actually Incineroar this turn. No Trick Room, huh? You're not really trying to utilize the Trick Room correctly? I'm just going to fodder the Orthworm then. Yeah, so you pivot in Perrserker here, get a Regenerator proc, get out of that pin from the -1, and then just fodder the Orthworm, bring it to Zacian, and then you just full send the close combat. That should be game. Like, Zacian's strong right now, but I don't want to just lose it versus, like, the last turn of their Trick Room or something. So let's see what they got. And they can make a read, I guess, and nuke that slot, but I doubt. Okay, Zacian pivots out. And I will say, I have a couple really cool Zoroark teams coming this week. If you guys like Zoroark and want to see some more Zoroark stuff, there's definitely some more Zoroark content coming your way relatively soon. This gives me a fake out pin if I want it. He did rip the Flare Blitz. I wonder if close combat just KOs that thing at neutral. I'd like no attack drop, please. You are actually, it's always an attack, right? It's always. That's the effect of that move. Yeah, unlucky. All right, so Twisted Dimension return back to normal. I'm trying to think of what the right play is here. I'm pretty sure I can just nuke the instant slot. I'm pretty sure I can just go like fake out plus close combat into it and make sure that it goes down. And there's nothing like wrong with that. And then we still have the pin for the Zoroark whenever we need it. If you ever get a Trick Room up, I could pin the Zoroark with any of my mons. So Ho-Oh actually like super outvalues Zoroark at this point. If you want to pivot out in Sin for Kali I, that's dicey, right? You don't want to eat like fake out close combat into Behemoth Blade. You'd be able to protect pivot when you're in Sin. Like there are options there in which you could come back and start winning if you see the lines, but they don't see the lines. So we're just trying to get this instant off the board. Not Rocky Helmet. I'm glad I fake outed. Look at that. Look at me. Look at me being glad that I clicked fake out. Wow. Burning Jealousy. It's going to do a lot. That doesn't get the KO yet. Alright, so let's actually think about what we need to do in this situation. Because, like, Ho-Oh is good here, but we need to take out the right mons. Do I outspeed there in Sin with this Perrserker? I'm going to try. I'm going to do my best. Let's see it. Battles canceled. I'll take those wins. All the way to the bank, those wins. Yeah, 100% those wins. Yeah, so we're going to take out the Zoroark that turn. And we're going to U-turn. If they took out the Zacian with the Flare Blitz, we U-turn and we bring out Ho-Oh and Perrserker back with a second fake out pin. And we just full send the Ho-Oh versus Ice Rider and we just win the game. Pretty easy. All right, Shadow Rider Zenta with like Rilla Ogerpon. They're definitely trying to use that in Sin to put value on us. I think we can actually lead Ho-Oh into this very well. Ho-Oh is very, very usable here. And then, like, we need something that says the Insin can't do Insin things. I'm actually going to try Ditto in this second slot, because I think I might be able to copy the Zenta or the Shadow Rider, and both these Ditto can technically bully. We just need good defensive pivots, so I think that, like, Zacian could be one, and then I don't dislike Perrserker here, but I think Orthworm might have just a little bit more value. The fact that Orthworm has Protect, can Shed Tail to bring out a Ditto, and I really, really like that our Ditto has normal Terra. So if you lead Shadow Rider, I will just full send the normal Terra Ditto Astral. I will do it turn 1. You will not be happy to see it, but it's what's going to happen here. And if you want to lead, like, Rilla or something, that's fine. They have a very, very good team. Like, look at our team. We have, like, Perrserker, Pama, Orthworm. We have like double Insin, Rilla, Zenta, Shadow Rider, like Raging Bolt, all that good stuff, man. It's an uphill battle and a half. But if we get these wins, we're in a good spot. I think that Ho-Oh is very, very good here if we don't have to like deal with the Raging Bolt very much. I think Ho-Oh could be very, very valuable in this matchup. So let's see what happens. And let's see if Orthworm has any value here. Ghost Terra Orthworm might actually not care about like Zamazenta at all. We might be able to like literally outvalue it with like Iron Head. Like I'm not kidding. Like there are Zentas that just don't have steel attacks. And if we save our Steel Terra for our Orthworm, we might be able to just 1v1 their Zenta in like 40 turns. But let's see. Like the Iron Defense Body Press sets. And we copied Bolt. Cool. I get to see their Bolt set. Works for me. I can still go normal Terra and block an Astral too. Like that's another really important thing about this matchup. I think that is not being talked about enough. If you have something like Draco on this Bolt, I might just lock in. And we're going to see what it does. Alright, so we probably do want Tailwind here. Dragon Pulse. But it's not AV. So like that probably KOs. We'll see. If you want to Thunderclap me, that's funny. If you want to Thunderbolt my Ho-Oh, like I'll still get my Tailwind up because I would outspeed, and then I'd just be able to leverage speed for the rest of the game. I like the Tailwind here. It blocks Thunderclap, right? I don't want to full send like a Sacred Fire, and I think they're going to be over respectful of Ho-Oh anyways. Like I wouldn't be surprised to see Thunderclap Astral here. I would not. So normal Terra Bolt is a play, is a flex. I wonder if they're going to protect their Bolt, though. I don't see a reason why you would. You know what I mean? I think you should just be full sending the Thunderbolt into my Ho-Oh. Let's see it. I don't think anyone's ever seen normal Terra Raging Bolt ever. Let me know in the comments if you actually ever have. Here's a Terra on their side, and it's on their Bolt. Cool. So now Zacian just checks this thing even easier. Now we know they can't go any sort of like weird Terra. They're going for the big electric attack here. Nasty plot. Wow, gamer. Alright, so I'm gonna, if I can save my Ditto, I'm gonna try. I think they're just gonna nuke my Ditto though. That might have killed if I high rolled it, but I didn't. So let's see what they're going to. They didn't Thunderclap. If they just take out the Ho-Oh, like, that's fine. Honestly, like, I want to copy the Shadow Rider. Yeah, they thought I was going to go Grass Terra. Awesome. That's actually really, really good. And they're orbed. So I can do a couple things here. Don't need this slot at all. I just need to copy that Shadow Rider, bro. Just give me that Shadow Rider, bro. Give me that Shadow Rider. And Shadow Rider's most likely sashed, I think. Let's see. What is the play? We have a Tailwind up. Not that it really does us any good here. Protect Shadow Rider? Yeah, I'm not taking the bait there either. I think that's another really important thing. I did not take the bait. Sacred Fire, big damage. Put you within range for Orb. That's game. Well, that's not game. That's Bolt down. That's value. Thunderbolt. Cool. Go nuts. Like, absolutely fine. You can get the... Oh, they didn't even go after Ho-Oh. Orthworm holds, dude. What? I didn't even want to hold. I wanted Orthworm to go away, bro. That's nuts, dude. Orthworm kind of chonky. That's Orb Bolt with Electric Terra? Dude, our Orthworm just ate that, bro. I mean... I got the bulk on this Orthworm, honestly, I do. That's funny. That's so funny. Alright, so we just have to break the sash on the Shadow Rider, and we win. Their Terra's down, we just bring in Ditto, we copy it. That should be game. So I'm just going to double... Ooh, that's a good play from them, actually. Alright. Well, the right play would be just to guarantee stick that damage there, and then, like, all these moves are single target, but, like, the right play would be to, like, rock... or... Do I even need the Rock Tomb? Okay, let's go. You're just gonna rip an Astral, right? Spiky Shield? If Ho-Oh lives this... Actually, Ho-Oh will... Well, I get to break their stash here. Yeah. Value. Oof! Bruh. I'm gonna be at +4, dude. That's so sick. Ho-Oh, go away. Get out of here, Ho-Oh. That's right. Ditto, baby! Let's go, Ditto. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Great. So we just got to send it on the right slot. Actually, the left slot, but we should be able to win here. They're going to protect and pivot in Zenta, probably. So we go Ditto left and Zacian right. And the way I'm seeing this go down is I wonder if I even need to lock in to Astral. I don't think that I do. Because I just copied all those boosts. And I still have one more turn of Tailwind, right? So I can do two things here. They're going to protect. And then they have Zent in the back. And they're trying to come in and just pop a... yeah, so the right play would be to, like, just Psychic there. And go for a KO here. Because they try and get cute. You know, I want to be locked in to Psychic. That's the game plan here. They're thinking. Their last one's like in Sin here instead of Zenta. That's so bad. He gets a double! That's such a misplay, dude. That's such a misplay. Holy moly, what a misplay that is. I mean, it's fine. I get my KO here. I can't believe they went for the double protect. They should have just pivoted, right? I think that you, like... can't believe they just protected there like that. And then you go into Zenta here, right? But now you don't have to wide guard. But now I outspeed your Shadow Rider and get the pin there. And then so I'll go Psychic your Shadow Rider. Actually, I see the line. I win. I think I win, right? I'm at +5. I think I Psychic your Zenta. Because you need to body press my Ditto. You can Psychic it, but if you Psychic my Ditto, if you Psychic my Ditto, you can't hit my Zacian. So that means if I take out your Zenta and you take out my Ditto, and then I would be able to take out your Shadow Rider. Let's see it. If you protect Zenta and make the sick read, you're crazy. Because, like, I could just Psychic your Shadow Rider fodder, and then you 1v1 me with Zenta. So, like, I shouldn't be trying to attack your Shadow Rider with my Shadow Rider. Should not be doing that. I should hit your Zenta. Wide guard. Why would you wide guard? You know I'm scarfed. Oh, that's game. That's game. We win. You can't hit both my mons. Wide guard is not the play. You're going to get your Zenta dumpied on here. And if for some reason you do just, like, Astral here and take out the Zacian, and I just Psychic your Shadow Rider and I win. I'm at +6. Let's go. There's the Psychic. Into the Ditto, and then Zacian cleans it up. Cool. We take those wins all the way to the bank. No triple protect for this guy. And we take those wins, man. I like this team. I think Perrserker's fun. The fact that we're able to, like, beat these teams using, like, the weird off-meta mons. Yes, we have, like, a Ditto and a Zacian, but, like, you know, that's just walled by a water type in a lot of situations. It's hard. It's hard to make these teams work, but we're doing our absolute best here, guys. If you guys like this sort of content, you want to see more, think about dropping a sub. We make content every single day on this channel. We're still trying to get to 50K before the end of the year. If you guys like seeing off-meta mons featured on YouTube, drop a sub. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. I'll see you guys next time.